Welcome to an innocent looking bike lock. I found this four-wheel combination cable bike lock on the street and I tried to decode it right away. It was a difficult lock to get open. It took me maybe 15 or 20 minutes. And I will tell you why. I will tell you my mistake that I did. I tried to tension the lock just by pulling both ends apart. By pulling both ends apart like this, you're not really applying a parallel pulling motion, but you're applying a motion, applying tension by tilting both ends. So that means that the bolt that's inside gets tilted, and so you're not really tensioning the locking mechanism, you're angling the bolt, and so the feedback is really disturbed. And that's what I felt. I couldn't feel much from tensioning the lock, so not much feedback from the wheels, and it was also not consistent. So I of course know the combination now, but I've not looked it up for a while, so maybe I can try to decode it by not knowing the combination. So maybe I remember one or two numbers, but yeah, we will see. So it goes only from 1 to 6, only 6 numbers. So I try to not just pull on both ends like this, but to perform a parallel movement. So let's see which side is binding. This seems to spin freely. Yeah, this seems to be binding. It's really hard to pull it with a parallel pulling direction and turning the wheel. So maybe at 4 or maybe 5. So let's see. I'm not quite sure with the first binding wheel, so I try to find the impact that it has on the next wheel. With 5, the next wheel turns a bit hard. So let's see with 4. Oh, much easier. So I think 5 is the right number. So really try to pull it parallel. Okay. Do the same here. Change the next wheel and see the impact on the following one. No, this wasn't right. So here is 6. Also easy to turn. Maybe 5. And it turns harder. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it turns hard. Let's see if we can continue with this strategy. One seems to be... Oh, it's open. All right, so that was easy. But I will show you now why it is hard if you don't try to apply a parallel pulling motion. So now you see the code is entered, the opening code, and if you apply tension like this, you will not get it open. So if you try to apply the pull picking method to decode this lock, and if you pull on the lock like this, the force that you apply is not transformed to the internals, but you just tilt it, and you will not get much out of this lock. Yeah, so first thing to learn, try to apply a parallel pulling motion. Second, if you have trouble finding a wheel that binds, use the the impact method. Try to find a number on the first binding wheel that causes the next binding wheel to turn harder. And if you apply both methods at the same time, and if you are really careful with feeling the feedback, you will get it open sooner or later. Alright, so much for this little innocent looking bicycle wheel lock. Thanks for watching, happy picking, and bye bye.